There's one particular person who will remain nameless, and I will not deny it. I think he's a fat, no good who I despise to the core. But it doesn't mean that I wish him harm. It just means I know what he is. That is not Marcellus Wiley I'm talking about. It ain't hard to figure out who the hell I'm talking about. But even then, I wish him no harm. Even though he has made a career out of maligning and ridiculing and trying to wish others the worst. I'm where I'm at. That particular individual is where he's at. And I'll leave it at that. And no, I'm not talking about Marcellus Wiley again. No, I'm not talking about my former colleague on First Take. No, I'm not talking about them. They ain't fat who are seeds of the devil. Wishing nothing but black folks harm. But I'll leave that for another day, for when the time is right.
Ooh. Jason Whitlock has basically turned every black sports fan away from him. Let's start with this recent dust-up with Stephen A. Smith. It's obvious. Stephen A. has had enough, and he's taking the gloves off. Jason Whitlock has basically been taking shots at everyone. He decided to insert himself into sports talk wars that are going on between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe and Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith.
I'm going to say this, speaking more specifically to Shannon Sharpe. Cut it out. Shannon Sharpe is trying to point a finger at a Fox executive or two, trying to smear them and put pressure on them and drum up a media storm of someone needs to be replaced, blame this executive, they pushed me out, blah, blah, blah. Shannon Sharpe needs to cut it out. I know what happened at FS1. And if Shannon and Stephen A. keep pushing this agenda, I'm going to expose all that I know. And I know all of it. And so cut it out, guys.
What Jason is doing these days doesn't seem to make any sense whatsoever. And we all know that Jason Whitlock has been all over Coach Prime, dogging him ever since the season began. Now he's talked trash about Deion Sanders and his son Shedeur again.
Steve, let's move on to Deion Sanders, a little daily dose of Deion and Shedeur.
Here we go.
Coach Prime is campaigning for his son to get a lucrative deal with a watch company or watchmaker or whatever. Let's watch the clip of Deion taking care of business.
All these professional athletes showing the watch right now?
We're on a bigger stage. We're on a bigger stage. First of all, much love and shout out to DJ Khaled, man. He's the one stamped it. You know, when Khaled stamps it, it's 100. Like when Khaled stamped it, and the Rick Rose stamped it, you know, that's hood royalty. That's the royalty of social media. Not only that, but that's just royalty, man. So I love to see it. It's hilarious to me because he and I joke about it on a daily basis. We just got to get him a lucrative watch deal. He can't keep doing it for free. He can't keep doing it for nothing. We got to capitalize now. He is my son. We got to capitalize on the moment, right? But I'm proud. I really am proud. I'm proud of all these kids, though. I really am. I'm hard on them, but I love them. You guys know I love them, and I want the best for them, and I'm proud of them. I want us to have a moment like this, and we have a plethora of kids getting ready to go in the draft.
He's very proud of his son flaunting his wealth in front of other people and the whole in your face. He's very proud of it. And Deion's a great Christian leader, and he's an authentic Christian. He's very, very proud of his son flaunting his exorbitant wealth. Your thoughts, Steve?
I have a little different bent If this is about black empowerment, black economy, black power, why not push your son to have his own line of watches? Don't beg for a sponsorship. Be the company. Seriously. I mean, do you want to be Diddy with Ciroc? Turns out he owned none of it. He was a highly paid spokesperson, and it was good for him, and he got some money from it, but all he was a talking puppet. He had no ownership. Isn't ownership key and powerful? I would actually say, Shedeur, we got something here. Start your own line of watches. Own the company. Own the brand. Be the brand. See, right there what Deion did, I kind of get what he's doing. I actually think it's very short-sighted.
What do you just think about they beat Arizona State and he runs to the student section? This is all part of his gimmick now, trash-talking fans and opponents. It's unsportsmanlike, but keep in mind, Deion is the great Christian coach that has all the right values, and he's just leading these kids all straight to heaven. Deion's the ultimate role model. He's basically clapping as his son turns himself into Johnny Manziel, and he's talking about how proud he is that my son's just like Johnny Manziel. He flaunts his wealth, and he's an in-your-face player. Am I just an old man yelling on the lawn, I guess, right now?
Yeah, but which is fine. We should all act our age, but all the Deion jock snippers, there's your video you can do for the day as you glom off of Jason Whitlock. You ought to thank Jason, okay? Because at the end of the day, you guys all say, Jason is upset with Prime, or he's obsessed with them. Yeah, almost as much as you guys are obsessed with Jason Whitlock, which is the irony. But I do think, yes, you're right. Look, in college football, taunting and celebrating and planting flags on other teams' logos, to me, that's part of the fun culture of that sport. However, that's kind of reserved for big games when you actually beat someone that is, I don't know, good.
Dude has a serious problem, but he might want to be a little bit careful. He can't possibly think that constantly attacking prominent black men is a viable business strategy. And the stupidest part of all of this is he keeps attacking black men who obviously have more juice than he does. Guys like Keyshawn Johnson, Shannon Sharpe, Stephen A. Smith, Deion Sanders and his son, Shedeur. And yeah, I think Shedeur Sanders even has more juice than Jason Whitlock. But nonetheless, he's attacked them all, and he just keeps attacking them. And for the life of me, I can't understand why he's going after a young college kid like Shedeur Sanders. While Shedeur Sanders may not handle himself the way I did when I was in college, that was a long time ago. And it was a long time ago since Jason Whitlock was in college. Things are completely different now. The era of NIL has changed everything. For decades, everyone made money off of college football players. The university, Nike, Adidas, Converse, the bowl committees, everybody was getting paid except the college kids. But now in this NIL era, the kids are getting paid. And players like Shedeur and Caleb Williams are making a ton of money. You know what's really funny? I've never seen Jason Whitlock have a problem, never see anything said negatively about people like Liv Dunn and how much she's making with the NIL deals that she has. I wonder why. Prime is making sure that his kids, the team, and anyone else in college football understand the value of monetization in today's day and age. And I don't know what's wrong with that. And being a Christian, I know the exact words that Jason is trying to intimate and trying to hide behind. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. I haven't once heard Shedeur Sanders or Coach Prime say they love money. A Coach Prime is a masterful marketer and a next level promoter. You can't hate on him for advancing his kids' interest as far as he can take it. And a little bit of advice for Jason Whitlock: don't hate the player, hate the game. This is the NIL era. Blame it on the colleges, blame it on the NCAA for ushering in NIL. The funniest part of all of this is the sheer hypocrisy that's exuding from Jason Whitlock. While vehemently criticizing Shedeur Sanders for showing the watch and for Coach Prime making money and doing NIL deals, Jason doesn't seem to have a problem with making money off of Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders. He's making money. He's profiting off of the content that he puts out, trashing Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders. That makes no sense. Actually, it does make sense. It's funny how Jason Whitlock has no problem whatsoever profiting off of the black men that he criticizes and attacks on a constantly daily basis. That's some next level hypocrisy. Maybe Jason Whitlock is just jealous, maybe just envious. As a Christian, maybe he should look up what those terms mean. But constantly deriding people like Shannon, Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith and Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders for your profit makes you the evil one, not them. Let me know what you guys think about what Jason Whitlock's been doing, and it doesn't make any sense to you other than his love of money. By the way, if you'd like to see another video about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team, please feel free to click on this link right here and it'll take you to another video. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about Jason Whitlock. Thanks for watching.